Hey, it's Sam with Comfort Fit Equine, and I am a qualified bit and bridle fitter, and I wanted to talk to you about the Waterford. I know the Waterford is used quite a bit, and I just want to talk a little bit about why it shouldn't be the first bit you reach for. I hear from a lot of people, they love how their horse goes in if their horse loves their Waterford, or they have light hands. They understand the Waterford is a pretty severe bit and they have light hands. But I just want you to think a little bit about why you're choosing the Waterford and if there might be another option you could use instead. And if we do need a Waterford, there are some variations of it that are a little less severe, a little less harsh. So I do consider this a severe, harsh bit. There are some that are worse, for sure. But the reasons why I don't like the Waterford. Okay, so the Waterford is designed to wrap around the jaw. In the horse's mouth, it's going to wrap around the jaw. And that wrapping around the jaw, having this kind of loose feel to it, is what keeps your horse from leaning on you. You know, we use these for our leaners, our heavy pullers. The wrapping around the jaw is one issue. There are other bits that do wrap around the jaw that are a little bit less harsh. My main area of contention with the Waterford is these bubbles. So if you look, and the majority of Waterfords are similar, they might not be exactly the same, but you understand. You have these bubbles. You have the ball that sticks out on either side, and usually the two on the side face down and up. Usually the one in the middle faces front to back to press on the tongue. So you have these balls that are putting pressure on sensitive tissue, on the bars, on the tongue. So the horse can't get away from a point of pressure because they also have the knuckles on the top and the side. Call them the knuckles. It's where you attach your links. They're on any kind of jointed bit. Some companies make these knuckles smaller. Now that we know, they're now moving to smaller knuckles. So you have the knuckles, the front and the back there. It's loose. They lean on it. They touch it. They back off of it. They crunch up their neck. They crunch up their chest. Then you're saying, all right, we're running cross country. This is usually where we reach for these bits, right? Running cross country or jumping, where you need some control. Horses get excited. I know that they're big and they're heavy and they're fast. You guys are much braver than I am. I am chicken. I'm not going to go jump cross country. So I understand needing something to have where you can maneuver the horse and control. So now you've got this here. You've got piece here on the side that's sitting right at the fleshy part of the lips, and as you pick up on the reins, that's going to catch the lip and pinch. You will see your horse kind of flinch, throw their head up, down, back. That's what they're trying to get away from, but they just can't because this bit follows them wherever they go. So then you've got to turn right, and quickly you turn right. All of these bumps and knuckles, boom, 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 across the fleshy part of the lip, across the bar where there is no protection, and through the tongue. It kind of slides through the mouth like that. Then you go back the other direction and it slides back through. So I really will talk to my riders if they have a Waterford and we're trying to move out of it, or if they need a Waterford. Why do you need a Waterford? There are other bits, and we'll talk about that here in part 2. But if you do decide you need a Waterford, you've tried other things, or you're trying to back off a little bit and and work on it in your training. Fager, I would say, has the better of the Waterfords. They have a sweet iron and a titanium. You can see that their joints are very smooth, and when you wrap it in the horse's mouth, there's no big knuckle, there's no big bubble. The links are a lot smaller, a lot smoother. Can you see that? Ignore the side piece. It doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. But the difference between titanium, sweet iron, exact same thing, just different material. The majority of brands are now realizing, hey, those are too big. Some are still making them. This one here is a Bomber's. And on the sides, they've given you one large link on the end to avoid that bubble pinching the cheek like I showed you. And their links, again, are smaller and smoother. Still a little bit of a knuckle there, not quite as covered as, say, the Fager, but certainly a step in the right direction. Now this is added with leverage, and that makes it 10 times worse. So that's a no-no, but you get the point. So there are other options, and I will make a part 2 about horses that are currently in a Waterford and the rider wants to take a step back, work on it a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit about adding a mouthpiece with leverage.